6 sunspots, a couple of solar flares, and an atmospheric river that is hitting hard today and will last for a couple of days. If you are out on the Pacific West Coast of the United States of America. How are you doing today? Yesterday was crazy, man. China sent 71 planes and 7 ships towards Taiwan. Yeah, a bunch of people freak out because the ex-head of Russia made a bunch of predictions, and then Elon was like, hey, dude, this is an epic thread. And Medvedev's predictions were like, oil will get to 150 a barrel. I'm like, yo, bro, Saturn's going into Pisces. I don't think that's going to be good for oil. And then he's like, the Fourth Reich will be created, and then war will break out in France between the Fourth Reich, and the Civil War will break out in the United States of America, California and Texas becoming independent states as a result. And then Texas will elect Elon Musk as the king of Texas, or the president of Texas, which I was like, and that's been my thing, like, as a Texan who's been here for like 40 years, it would be weird for Texans to elect a guy born in Africa, and then that's only been here for like 2 years as the king of Texas. That would just be really weird to me. But who knows what'll happen. And then, but then he was like, Medved's like, oh yeah, and the Bretton Woods monetary system will collapse, and Dogecoin and Bitcoin will rule all. I was like, hey man, this is the weirdest cryptocurrency ad of all time. And then so after he tweeted all this shit, Elon was like, wow, this is epic. And the people were dogpiling on Elon. So he came back 5 hours later and we're like, all right, these are definitely the most absurd predictions I've ever heard. Showing a lack of awareness and the progress of artificial intelligence and sustainable energy. Anywho, they're absurd predictions. We agree on that. Anywho, Elon has had a rough time since Mars has gone retrograde. Tesla now dropping another $10 off its $404 high almost a year ago to now $113. Interesting stuff. Hey, dude, it is blizzard o'clock somewhere. And yeah, I don't know. It would be cool if someone somewhere with power was trying to unify people. It seems to be a very difficult job. And now with Mars retrograde. And then remember, you got Mars going retrograde. So it is a horrible time to go on offense for any reason when Mars is retrograde. And so that ends on the 12th. But you got Mercury going retrograde on the 29th. So yeah, the 29th through the 12th are going to be some weird days. So just play defense and stay cool. Hey, dude, this guy's like, hey, man, I bought a bunch of shares at $138 on December 21st. And he's like, hey, man, I bought a bunch of shares at Tesla at $123. Maybe he can buy more shares today at $113. Full disclosure, when Tesla was at $150, I bet someone $100 that it would go under $100. So I'm only $13 away from winning $100. All right. So here's the atmospheric river. Back to talking about that shit. So today is the day it's going to peak out. But as you can see, you'll have still more problems through the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, and then kind of some on the 2nd. So this is a long duration event, or 5 days feels like forever in modern terms, I guess. Atmospheric river scale, benefit to hazard distribution. Interesting. Late season, early season. This is late season. I don't even know. I don't know how to read it. You're smarter than me. You can figure it out. I kind of took, hey, lucid mode is on. I don't know what it means. I'll be more lucid in my speech. Yeah, so definitely, because to me, Mars retrograde, people get angrier, jealousier, more enviousier. And so, yeah, the possibility of World War III breaking out for the next 2.5 weeks is definitely high. It's just going to be crazy, man. So just be prepared for that craziness. And in my stand in the middle, Earth is like a McDLT where it's a little bit of both. Lava lamp. Model suggests could be one of the warmest New Year's Eves on New Year's Day. So after a giant cold spell, nasty American blizzard, some places may get a torch. And you know what? I want to say this again. Like if you look at most of the major presidential elections, it's like 49.1% versus 49.9% or whatever when they vote. So they're really just using the left brain to fight the right brain and the right brain to fight the left brain. Because there's 8 billion people. We're all different. And so they're using the complicated situations that we all have different feelings and emotions and perspectives on to try and start a fucking civil war or just a worry war. And so, for years I've been saying, hey, I didn't really start saying avoid civil war until 2020 because we weren't on a civil war stage then. But now, you got more and more people talking about civil war. But I think if you're talking about a civil war in America, you don't understand logistics very well. Like they shut down a bunch of flights just because it got cold. Man, it's hard to run electric power grids and normal power grids and keep bakeries and corner shops open. If you have left brain fighting right brain, but with real guns and knives, and I don't know, civil war is a bad idea. I've been saying that for a long time. You can disagree. It's America. You're still free to do that. I'm just saying, fuck. Let's find peaceful solutions, man. Let's work together again. Kick off the roaring 20s. Here comes the low. Here comes the low. Looking like a hurricane. Also, I had a super duper amazing birthday week and just a super duper amazing Christmas. I was surprised at how much live music I got to jam with H and Apollo. And then for Christmas, we had a personal family concert, which was amazing. And so, I don't know, man. I believe in hope and better days ahead. And remember, you got Pluto, which has been in Capricorn for 12 years, switching to Aquarius. You got Saturn switching from Aquarius to Pisces. You got, I think, Uranus is changing. You got Jupiter. Like, there's tons of major planets. They're switching signs next year, 2023. So you're going to see some pretty, like 2023 will be a year like 2020, but in a better sense. I believe. I could be wrong. People are making predictions. That's mine right now. Here's the low. Head towards California and Oregon. Yeah, man. Here comes the torch, supposedly. You don't have to believe in it, but it's weather. Sometimes it's really hot. Sometimes it's really cold. I will say this. The night that I drove in from Houston, I got to DFW, man, it was like 10 degrees, it felt like, and then the winds were like 40 miles an hour. I felt like my hands were going to get frostbite because I had to get gas. Anyway, I survived. I hope you survived as well. Although that storm in Buffalo was major. Here come the precipitation. Yeah, that's quite a bit of moisture and precipitation. Watch it move over the mountains there. I guess there aren't really mountains in New Mexico now, are there? Is that Arizona? Oh. Holy shit, that looks problematic for a lot of people. Including that, what is that color up there? That's an interesting color. So yeah, man, next week, we're definitely closing out this year with some wild shit. And I'm sorry to tell Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and these areas, you're probably going to get hit hard too. And I would definitely, absolutely, without a doubt, be watching out for the atmospheric river areas. All right. Super mega thank you to all the cool people out there, everyone in Astro Fight Club, and the people who contributed to my 2023 THORnews fundraiser. Super absolute thank you to Cody, Theresa, OG Greg, the woman who wants Thor's love hammer, Mary, Matthew, Patrick, Computer Social Impact Research Institute, Alexis, Lauren, Glenda, Arnica, Marlita, Brian, Ann, and you. If you want to donate, you know how. Because you're amazing. I'll be back, y'all. I'll probably make another video today. I might even go live in the future. That would be cool, huh? All right, God bless you. Stay cool. Happy New Year.